Fantasy Premier League is online football game where you choose a team of real English Premier League players. You score points based on those players' performance each game week you own them. You start by choosing a team of 15 players from all 20 Premier League clubs. You must select 2 goalkeepers, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders and 3 strikers, with the restriction of maximum of 3 players per club. Initially, you have £100 million at your disposal for building your 15-man squad. Each player in your team earns you points which are calculated as follows. For playing up to 60 minutes, 1 point. For playing 60 minutes or more, 2 points. For each goal scored by a goalkeeper or defender, 6 points. For each goal scored by a midfielder, 5 points. For each goal scored by a forward, 4 points. For each goal assist, 3 points. For a clean sheet by a goalkeeper or defender, 4 points. For a clean sheet by a midfielder, 1 point. For every 3 shots saved by a goalkeeper, 1 point. For each penalty save, 5 points. For each penalty miss, minus 2 points. For every 2 goals conceded by a goalkeeper or defender, minus 1 point. For each yellow card, minus 1 point. For each red card, minus 3 points. For each own goal, minus 2 points. There is also a bonus point system which uses statistics for every player. The 3 best performing players in every game will receive bonus points. 3 points are given to the best player, 2 to the second best and 1 to the third. Each player has his own virtual price which changes with time based on his performance, playtime and percentage of people owning that player. The selling price of your player may be less than the current purchase price, as a sell-on fee of 50% will be applied on any profits made on that player. For example, if you buy a player for 7 million and if his price has become 8 million, when you decide to transfer him out, his selling price will be 7.5 million. After you construct your team, you must select tactical formation and starting 11 for the next game week. Only the starting 11 players' points count towards your game week score. The other 4 players serve the purpose of reserve players on the bench, and they get automatically substituted if some of the selected starting 11 do not play a single minute. In this case, they will be substituted by the highest priority player on your bench who played and doesn't break the formation rules. For example, if your starting team has 3 defenders, a defender can only be replaced by another defender. You can play in any formation, providing 1 goalkeeper, at least 3 defenders and at least 1 forward are selected at all times. You can change your starting 11 and formation each week before the deadline date and time. Each week you must select a captain and vice-captain for your team. The role of the captain is very important because the captain's points get doubled. So for example, if the player you choose to be captain earns 8 points, the total points you get from the player are 16. The vice-captain doesn't earn you bonus points unless your captain plays 0 minutes. In that case, the vice-captain becomes captain and he doubles his points. After selecting your squad, you can buy and sell players in the transfer market. Unlimited transfers can be made at no cost until your first deadline. After your first deadline, you will receive 1 free transfer each game week. Each additional transfer you make in the same game week will deduct 4 points from your total score. If you don't use your one free transfer, you get 2 free transfers for next game week, but you cannot get more than 2 free transfers for 1 week. There are 4 special tools to help you generate more points or change your team. They are called chips. The first chip is called Bench Boost, and when you play it, the points scored by your bench players in the next game week are included in your total. The second one is called Free Hit. When you play it, you can make unlimited free transfers for a single game week. At the next deadline, your squad is returned to how it was at the start of the game week. The third chip is called Triple Captain, and when you play it, your captain gets his points tripled instead of doubled in the game week you played it. And the fourth one is called Wildcard. When you play Wildcard, this means that all transfers, including those already made in the game week, are free of charge. You can play only one chip in a single game week. Bench Boost, Free Hit and Triple Captain can be played only once throughout the season, while the Wildcard can be used twice in a season. The first Wildcard is available from the beginning of the season until game week 19, and the second one is from game week 20 until the end of the season. Bench Boost and Triple Captain chips can be cancelled before the game week deadline, while on the other hand, Free Hit and Wildcards cannot. After you submit your team, you can create and join leagues to compete with your friends and other people. When you start the game, you are automatically entered into several leagues. First, the overall league featuring all registered teams. Second league is the league of managers from your country. A league for supporters of your favorite Premier League team. A league for managers starting the same game week as you. And finally, the Fantasy Cup, which starts in game week 17.